Alright, hello everyone. Hopefully the live stream's working. Fairly sure I haven't messed with anything behind the scenes, so should be ready to go. Alright, anyways, pets are coming and bothering me for some reason. The plan for the stream is to go through and complete the entirety of the Thanksgiving event. I haven't actually done anything on it as of yet. Wow, okay. Haven't started the quest line. The few turkey legs I have gathered, I have just been doing, like, in the free time that I made for the previous video. So I still have basically everything to do from the event. But yeah. So I think the first thing that we'll do is probably start into the quest line. I'm trying to think of anything else that we need to do, but I think we'll probably get enough turkey legs in the background to open these. So we'll go see. Pop! Cozy creepy cat stares at you. Alright, so it looks like the first one's at least just going to be pretty easy. Just collecting some turkey legs. 7 quests, so will be a pretty short one, hopefully. Yeah, for me at least, collecting turkey legs does not take long whatsoever. It's just more of getting the RNG for the drops more than the drops themselves. Like, once I start actually grinding for turkey legs, like right now I can't really go and use loot gums since it'll expire before I get any use out of it, since I only need like 2 drops normally. But yeah, so we're done with that one. Cool. Gem rewards, that's pretty nice. It looks like this may be just entirely grinding turkey legs, which will be interesting. I guess if it is entirely grinding turkey legs, I'm debating on going over to the back door to start that. I guess we'll do this quest line, or do this quest, and then if the next one's just turkey legs, we'll probably switch over to do back door, gather like, I don't know, like 30,000 turkey legs or something, and come back to do the quests. Because doing these quests one at a time will probably get pretty slow really quickly. I was imagining that there'd be some ghost vacuuming of like the forest area and some of the other areas around about. So I was kind of prepared for a little bit longer, but if it is just turkey legs, that's still good too, since turkey legs are really easy to get. Hello, everyone in the live chat. Yeah, you get a lot of turkey legs. Yeah, I've had the camera for a while, and I've recently started using it on most of my streams. Yeah, grinding gum and turkey legs at the same time is pretty nice. Hello, Jack. Yeah, okay, I should probably open up live chat on my phone so I don't miss any of those messages, so I don't have to alternate between my 2 different tabs open. So let's go do that. There we go. Now let's go see what the next quest brings. Creepy's towel. So it does look like a lot of it's going to be turkey legs, and we'll need tons of turkey legs anyways to unbox these 2. So we'll probably hop over to backdoor, grind for like until we get like 20 to 50,000 or so turkey legs, and see what that gets us in terms of quest lines. I remember seeing somewhere someone said something about needing around 25,000 for the quest line. I didn't know exactly what that meant since I hadn't touched it at all, but with being at seven quests long, I'm imagining it is just going to be all these turkey legs back to back to back, which is pretty easy to do. We'll probably do the same thing I do for normal grinding for like items, since that's the route I know the best and know how to do. But other than that, there's really no reason why I should be doing it in the back door over, let's say, like the Ghost World, other than I know the route. That creepy cat, it just seems to be like the same thing over and over, which isn't always the best thing for a questline. But at the same time, it does make it really easy, I guess, if it is just turkey legs. But yeah. Yeah, I'm guessing that the completing this event so far is going to be pretty easy, but since the event is lasting a whole 4 weeks, it is technically going to cover another update, which means that we'll probably get another quest line or some more chests or something for the event. So even though people have completed in like less than a day, there'll probably be more content added at some next update. So like Friday after this one. Oh, you're beginning to worry that they'll become just cookie cutter quest lines? Yeah, that is actually a valid complaint. I think like Gran and Gramps and Yu were kind of introduced to allow like a passive grind of just specific stuff. So I don't think those are going to become too normal since there isn't too much specific stuff you can do. And I think for just a quest, for an event at least, having something like Creepy Cat where it is just grinding the event currency can be decent, I guess, since it is kind of related to the event and it will expire afterwards. But yeah, if they do continue to do cookie cutter quests where it is literally just the same thing over and over and over again, I can see why that would get really boring. Fortunately, like with second arc and stuff, you have a whole lot of quest lines there that aren't cookie cutter. They have you go collect items specifically for lore, pretty much redoing the main hub quest lines, and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I can see the problem with having too much of this really easy to design quest lines. It makes the game very boring if that's all there is in it. Alright, we're at 3,000 so far, and I was saying somewhere around 20,000 to 30,000, so probably will have to use about 17 more gum-ish for 20,000. Which isn't bad now that I think about it, since that is less than an hour of grinding. But we'll see. It really does depend on the RNG drops, since those are really the limiting reagent in this. We'll also get a decent amount of gum from this. I don't think we'll be making profit, or at least if we are making profit, it won't be as much as I'm used to with grinding gum and backdoor. Hello. Welcome to the live stream. I haven't played Ghost Sim in months, and just started into it with Halloween event. Yeah, events are usually a decent time for people to come back. I know a lot of people that do end up coming back during events, whether it be the Roblox sponsored ones like the Spring and Easter event that we had recently. I know a lot of people that originally played the game way back in its beginning come back during those. But it's interesting to see new players or old players come back during events. Especially when like the play rates continue to like die off after an event, and it's like, oh, how many of those people are actually staying for the rest of the game? But nonetheless, events are really cool in games, since it does give people some alternatives for grinding rather than just doing the same old stuff in the normal progression part of it. Is it just me, or is there no ghosts? Yeah, there's only 2 ghosts spawning in here. That's very abnormal. Let's go see if we have any errors. We have this one from Roblox, which happens on every single server. Yeah, okay. It doesn't look like we're getting any errors. It's just the ghosts aren't spawning for some reason, which really concerns me. Like, all the ghosts in the other areas, it look like they're respawning normally, but the fact that there's only 2 ghosts in that area is kind of not the norm. Oh, that screen's not hacking. It's actually, if you just type in /console, you can open it up like wherever, and it's basically gives you some information if there's like errors in the code and stuff. So yeah, it's not really hacking. You also, if you're on your computer, you can open it with F9. So it's usually called the F9 console. Since it does give you some information, especially for like debugging your game. If you're like a developer, having people be able to open that and show you screenshots of any potential errors can be pretty helpful for determining bugs in a game. Yeah, now you know. Yeah, there's usually, most games have some debug screen like that, so that there's some way for you to figure out what's going on. Because if you don't have something like that, it can be really hard to figure out if you have an error somewhere, if you don't get any information on it. So I also find it really interesting that there is no error for these ghosts just not spawning. Like, if you are aware, like, each area of Ghost Simulator, or at least most areas, there are some exceptions. For instance, like, the majority of Ghost World only have 2 ghosts spawning per area. But, like, in Main Hub and Backdoor, at least, each set of ghosts have 3 ghosts, or each set of spawning areas for ghosts has 3 ghosts in it. Which makes it really nice if you have the multiple streams from Finsley to be able to just go through and vacuum them. So that's one of the really good things about that. But yeah, it's interesting when only 2 are spawning. I also heard someone, or saw a report on the Discord in their bugs report about them not spawning in that far room of the agent's HQ, which I'm not going in there, so I can't confirm that that is happening, but if they aren't spawning here, it's likely that they aren't spawning there either. I'm finishing the event as soon as I saw the creepy cat was the NPC. Yeah, it's been it was a very interesting NPC to walk into. Cozy Creepy Cat as the NPC. I'm guessing with the event lasting 2 updates, compared to the normal Thanksgiving event lasting 1 update, that they'll probably add a new quest line, probably with Bo in it, for the next part. But I can't say for sure that that'll happen. But for sure we're getting something in the next part of the update, whether it be another crates to open for turkey legs or another quest line. No, like every ghost spawns on a cycle of a minute, so they'll spawn a minute they'll spawn, and then after another minute, if they're vacuumed, they'll respawn. It's interesting, but basically it doesn't matter if you vacuum them any time between that minute that they'll respawn. They'll still respawn. So if you do vacuum them near the end of their minute cycle, they can respawn very quickly. Whereas if you spawn them if you get them right after they respawn, they won't respawn for another full minute or so. So they'll always spawn in the same order, since the different positions spawn at different times. But yeah. In trading, I really haven't made too many bad trades in the game. Mostly because I either avoid trading. I avoid trading when I don't really know values, and it's like kind of thing. If you don't trade, you can't lose value. So if you don't know anything about values, just not trading is the best. I mean, I think probably the worst would be collecting 16 egg drops. Since I did that at the expense of other limiteds, since at the time I was just trying to prove a point that all limiteds were the same in value, and that did not turn out very well. Fortunately, because I collected 16 egg drops is has a decent amount of value now, despite it being probably the most overbought item from its time forward, just because it was available during the Easter event for Ghost Simulator, which was part of the main Roblox event, so a lot of people ended up joining just for doing the event, and if they liked the game, they'd end up buying stuff. But yeah, other than that, though, it wasn't that bad in the long run. I've made other bad trades in the past, but most of them pretty negligible. I mean, Rainwave and Musical both are pretty much worthless, so it doesn't particularly matter which one you have. They're both pretty easy to get. I mean, technically Rainwave is a little bit harder to get, but at the same time, so is Musical, since you have to do a ton of quests if you want a second one of it. So, I mean, given the option between the two, I would probably choose Rainwave, but at the same time, they're both pretty negligible in terms of value. No, I do not know how much rarer the special ghosts are than the normal ghosts. I would speculate about 1/3 to 1/4 of the spawn rates, or like they'll spawn 1/3 or 1/4 of the time, whereas with the normals taking up the other portion. But honestly, it's really hard to tell, to be honest, and I don't think it particularly matters figuring out the exact rate. Since it won't change how often they spawn or how hard they are to grind. Yeah, quests aren't usually the most reliable in terms of the spawn rates of them, since, like, some quests actually have you collect more rare ghosts than they have you collect the normal ghosts, so I don't know. Like, if you look at Shelly, she has you collect a ton of rare ghosts, even the same quest where she's having you collect, like, the same amount of normal ghosts. Just in general, it's not the best to trust quests or anything like that. As I said, I would guess somewhere around 1/3 or 1/4 of the time special ghosts spawn, with the other 2/3 or 3/4 of the time normal ghost spawns. But literally any guesses on percentages not confirmed by the game itself or developers is just that, speculation, and not really to be trusted. I mean, someone could go do like an expansive trial of like 330,000 ghosts or something, or even just like 3,000 to try to figure it out, but like honestly it wouldn't particularly matter, since knowing what that spawn chance is doesn't change too much. So, I'm going to try to do, there's 2 crates, one for 500 and one for 250. The rarest thing from the 500 crate is a 4%, so we'll need to unbox that one about 25 times. 5 times 500, 2,500. So about 12,500 for that one, and then about... the other one's 8%'s the rarest, so a little less than that. It's about 12.5 times that for that one, so about 1/4 of the cost. So about 15,000 for both the 2 crates to complete. That's how many turkey legs we'll need. So we almost have enough turkey legs to get everything from the chests. Just going to be the quests too, so we'll try to aim for about 30,000 and then go see what we can get. So we've probably, looks like we've spent about, probably 7 or so gums so far. So probably about 7 more, double what we currently have, and we'll have probably a good start for quests and unboxing. Looks like more ghosts aren't spawning, since these are only spawned in groups of 2. We may have to reload, like, backdoor to get them all to respawn again, since that looks to be a bug of them just, like, not coming back. Potentially. It's hard to say, though, since ghosts can be pretty finicky. Once you get all the permanents, like, or the one-time/pets, after that you need to be going for tycoons, either Soul Tycoon or, Ecto Token Tycoon. I would recommend Ecto Token, but Soul Tycoon also works just as well. Just go for one of those and start to max it out, since it'll allow you to go collect currencies in those areas, and through selling with, like, XGum, you can get tons of gems. Yeah, I think once you get all, like, the pets and stuff, that's the only real thing worth it. I mean, technically, once you get, like, 20 or so of the tycoons, it is worth it to go for one pet evo, assuming they multiply multiplicatively instead of additively, but yeah, no, tycoons are your best bet for once you finish up everything else. Interesting. Ghosts just aren't spawning. Like, I'm gonna have to report this to the Discord once I'm done, but, like, it's really interesting. I've never seen something like this before. There you go. It also seems to be 3 ghosts at a time go missing, which, don't know how important that is, but it's at least an interesting thing to note. The fact that there's no errors is even more interesting too. Usually you'd think there'd be an error if they're failing to spawn, but who knows. Yeah, if you haven't got Ghostly already, going for the Soul Tycoon to get that, and also then once you're done getting Ghostly, being able to convert to gems pretty nicely is probably your best bet. But it's kind of your opinion at that point which Tycoon you want. Let's see. Oh, it even shows all the ghosts there. Oh, are they just being invisible? Yeah, okay, it looks like they're just being invisible and never respawning. Alright, where are you? There you are. Like, zooming in isn't even fixing them. Usually when you zoom in, when the ghosts are invisible, they'll reappear. But this time they're not, so that's just weird. Alright, let's go make these other ones, like, reappear, so I'm not, like, stuck not seeing them. Oh, that was a bad FPS crash. But let's see if that fixes them next time we come around. 14,000. Probably we should go for like 5,000 more for unboxing, so probably around 20,000 for unboxing. And then like, I don't know how many you need for the quest line, but probably we'll need to come back to figure out the quest line once we have 20,000. Since 20,000 will at least get us a decent of the way into the quest line, so we'll know how much more we need for it. So like three or four more guns, and then we'll go back to finish up the quest line, see what else we need for the quest line if we do, and then go grab whatever else we need plus the 20,000 for all the crates, and then we'll get to unboxing. That seems like a decent plan. The best areas to grind turkey, I mean, honestly, whichever area you can get the most amount of ghosts in the minute time that they take to respawn. I'm doing here because I know this cycle, but if you don't really have any set cycle, going to the back, or the ghost world in the castle's courtyard is probably the best area. But yeah, it really depends on which areas you can get the most ghosts in that minute respawn time that they have. Probably would help if you are in an area though that you don't have to constantly recharge, since that does take a little bit of extra time that you may not want to be stuck doing. About 30 minutes into the stream, and we already got about 16,000. Jeez. Yeah, I was thinking about 2 hours to finish up the event, but maybe even less than that. But we'll see how much we need for the quest line, and then how lucky we get. Alright, when your FPS get really high, you can't use the jetpack very effectively. One of the annoying things about lagging is you get kind of stuck there. Wonder if we'll make it on the daily leaderboard with all this grinding. Probably, since I am doing a little bit more grinding than I normally do, but who knows? We'll see if it happens. It's not too hard to get on the daily leaderboard. Honestly, if you haven't, you can spend like 2 to 3 hours in just one day and get up to like top 10 on the leaderboard, on the daily leaderboard. It's pretty cool to do, and something that I'd recommend at some point if you have the time. Yeah, sometimes you can just get bad RNG for like a very long time on one specific thing, and it's very annoying when it does happen, since you've been waiting forever to get it and you never end up able to do it. Like stuff like that, it's easy enough for you to get it if you just like end up like unboxing like 20 or 30 at a time. But it's also easy enough to just miss because you never have had that many alien boxes. But yeah, honestly, it's one of those things that you'll eventually get anyway, so it's not really something to worry about just grinding specifically for. Although with 8 rebirths, I think that you would have done enough bosses for Yoko to have a decent supply of those alien boxes. I guess not everyone has the double like boss drops and gets tons of additional boss chests. Like if I open my inventory and look at like my boss chests for main hub, it's literally just random stuff I've picked up over the time, and it's not really worth me opening, since they don't really give too much. The best thing you can really get from them is a crate key, and it's at a low enough chance, and it's easy enough to get crate keys through other means. It's not always not the best. Alright, we're at 20,000 now, so we're about halfway there, I think. So about an hour more of grinding, I think. But first I want to go check with the Cozy Creepy Cat to see what we need more for the quest line, since don't want to end up grinding for 40,000 and then realizing I only need like 10,000 and having a ton of extra stuff. So let's see. Let's teleport back to main hub. Oh, okay, yeah. Before, when you had to do bosses for Yoko, you always end up getting a ton of the boss chests. Like, let me real quick. This is literally just random spare stuff I have. I have over 100 of every boss chest just in spares. A little less of Wild West. So you may, like, Wild West, I don't know if there's too many rewards for it, so that may be causing it. Like, all the other ones have a decent chunk of rewards for it, so you may end up getting a little bit more of those. But yeah, let's go see. Cozy Creepy Cat. Pop! Those pops are very interesting. Alright. Interesting. Alright, so it looks like we're done with this quest. I think this is the last one. I want to check what I... Collect 2,000 turkey legs. Okay, so we did kind of overcommit in turkey legs, so we'll probably only need about 10,000 more for the boxes. Now we got a Cozy Creepy, which actually looks really cute. Let's go see. Ooh. Really short dialogue. Anyways, let's go see what the pet looks like. K. There we go. Hide your pets. There we go. Look at it. Yeah, Creepy Cat is pretty cool. It's one of the pets that keeps reoccurring in Ghost Simulator. And honestly, I like the fact that reoccurrences are pretty nostalgic for older players. Yeah, I really like the theme for it. Anyways, let's go re-equip Arcada. Alright, now we do have 13,000 extra, and I think I'll use all those on here to see what we can get. Main thing is we're looking for that Godly Board and Godly Pet. I just realized these are both 8%, whereas this one has the one with the 4%. So it's actually going to be probably easier to get everything from this crate than it will be for get from this crate. So that's going to be kind of interesting. That looks like the rare pet, I think. Nope. Okay, we got the Godly Pet first try. So we already got one of the 8%, so now we need the Godly Board. That looks like the rare pet. So we need that's going to be a board, probably legendary board. It's kind of annoying that that doesn't show up. Ooh, Foxmaster. That looks pretty cute. Another pet. Looks like we got a rare pet. Yeah, the trail bird's interesting, just being copies of the cozy cat. Honestly, I don't mind additional of those Foxmasters. They look really cool. As long as we don't get too many, we'll be fine. Alright, looks like we got another board. Hopefully this time it's the Godly Board. But guess not. Another board. Let's see, Trial 4. Another Foxmaster. Another board. You can tell it's a board when it doesn't lag a ton. Since my pet inventory is so full, or actually it's over full now. Every time, man, that's like the 5th Foxmaster in a row. Okay, so we got the Godly Pet first try, and now we've only got Rare Pet and the Legendary Board. So, we still need the Legendary Pet, which is not wanting to come out, despite it being basically the same chance as a Legendary Board or a Rare Pet. And another Godly Pet. This is the problem with RNG crates, they're just so annoying. Oh, look at that. Finally the other pet. Okay, so we are still missing the Godly Board, which I think this is the one that's the Godly Board. Nope, Foxmaster again. I think we'll take a little bit of a break from that, since we do have enough of other random stuff to probably trade for it in the future, but let's go try to see what we can get from here. But yeah, this rare pet with the 4% is probably going to be the hardest thing to get from this chest. Even like compared to this Godly Pet, it still technically has the same chance of getting as either of these Godlies over in this chest. So, like, per turkey leg, it's going to be... Oh, that's a cool looking board. Hopefully after me saying it doesn't give me like 1 billion of them now. But yeah. Ah, look at that. I think that's the rare pet. So we got the rare thing from this. So that's pretty good. Caramel apple. That looks like a uncommon. Yeah. That's board again. I think... I don't know what we're missing at this point, and I'm too lazy to go scroll through my inventory to find out, since my inventory is kind of overfull, and so finding stuff is kind of difficult. Looks like we got the second uncommon, so we have at least both the uncommon pets and the rare pet and the uncommon board. So looks like we need the s'mores board and the common pet, I think, unless we already have the common pet. Which we probably do. I'll take a quick check. The only thing I get is the Fox hoverboard. Yeah, I'm only getting that too, and it's kind of getting annoying. Okay, it looks like we do have the common pet from here. So we are literally missing the rare board and the Godly Board from each of these crates. And we have a decent amount more left of these turkey legs to make at least an attempt at getting one of them. We'll probably alternate a little bit, see if we can get it this way. Probably won't, but Foxmaster. That's my last chest for now. My inventory seems to be not bad in terms of items. The fact that I got 2 of the Godlies is pretty nice, I think. Let's see. Let's go lock at least these 2 for now. Probably one of the Foxmasters, but honestly, it feels like these chances on the crates aren't quite accurate. Since, like, even for, like, Halloween, I ended up getting, like, 1 billion of specific stuff and nothing of anything else. So it's interesting, but there you go. Foxmaster, I really like the look of it, or at least I have in the picture of it. I think it looks cute, but yeah. We do need to now go grind a little bit more turkey legs. I think I'll hop over into Ghost World for this, see if that's any quicker. To get the 8% chance of the board from both crates, multiply by 12.5 times the crate cost, and that'll get me about the average that I need. And then probably multiply that by like 1.5. It's about probably 12,000, I think. Yeah, I think 12,000 will be a decent amount to try to get both of those. We already got the rare 4% from the 250, so that's good. Hello, Lucas. Yeah. Honestly, I'm not too sure if the chances are like 100% correct. But they're close. But like honestly, statistics are so hard to determine if something is correct or not with chances. It's not really something that I can say for certain is wrong. Anyways, let's continue to go grab some of these stuff. Is it just me, or am I just getting... I think I'm just getting, like, no drops for these turkey legs. Probably not due to any ghost problem, probably just RNG being bad. But yeah. Yeah, with chances and stuff, it's... As I said, it's with statistics, it's hard to determine if something is correct or not with luck, since the amount of random alterations that are possible really just blows the math into ridiculous proportions. Like, you need like a test case of a few hundred before you can even remotely say that something's off, and saying it is off doesn't mean that much, since doesn't show enough information. Yeah, no one really knows the chance of a dove head pet. Like, I think people guess around 5%. I think that's the consensus, is a 5%. But it's really hard to tell. I mean, I have, like, in my possession, like, 20 or so of them, so they're not super rare, since I've gone through only like 500 to 600 keys total, and there's people that have gone through like 10,000, or maybe not 10,000, but like 5,000 plus keys. There's definitely been some people that have done that with the new developer classifieds that everyone wants, but yeah. I'll open it on occasion, like when I'm looking through stuff, but it's not really too much to, that I like to show off, really, since that's not really why most people are here. Maybe I'll do a stream at some point going over my inventory, but like, I don't know. It's not really the most ridiculous thing ever. Most of it's pretty basic stuff that's easy enough to get. How many turkey legs was I going for? About 12,000, I think, was what I said. Yeah, we're gonna go with 12,000, even though I'm not exactly sure. It's still a bit longer. I do not know if this is being faster or slower than over in the back door. Like, just preliminary, I'd guess it's slower, but who knows. Is the chance of a dev board higher? I would guess not, based off of the amount I've gotten of dev boards versus the amount of dev heads. But as I said, the chances are so weird to determine, like, determine specific stuff like that from just opening it, that the only people that really know that answer are the devs who can look at the code. And I don't know if they would share that kind of information, since it's kind of cool to keep that stuff hidden away in the background for people to ponder at. Anyways, I think we'll probably finish up this gum and then head over to the back doors, since I think it's been a little bit quicker grinding there versus here. But whatever the case is, we only have like 4 or 5 more gum left anyways, so it doesn't particularly matter, I guess, where I end up. Ooh, hopefully we don't end up filling up our inventory. That would be not very helpful. How long am I going to stream? I'm going to stream until I get all the items from those crates. So probably around 30 more minutes max. Really depends on how quickly these items decide to flow. I haven't got like any turkey legs from like the last 10 ghosts. As I said that, of course I get a drop from one. But yeah, no, I'm feeling they're purposely not dropping. Alright, so that's gums over. I think I'll teleport over to the back door to try my luck there for items. But yeah. Yeah, I'm already done with the questline part of the event so far, so all I have is 2 more items from the chests to get, so doing pretty well in terms of collection so far. Alright. Hello. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like people saying that they're someone's biggest fan. It's good. It's nice to hear it. But it's one of those things where, like, if you continue to insist on that, like, I don't know. It's hard to be someone's biggest fan, is what I'm trying to say. In that if you, like, insist, it can turn into a bit of a toxic fan situation if someone, like, keeps insisting that they're the biggest or something, and I don't know. What exactly I'm trying to say with that, but I know they mean it as, like, a compliment that, ooh, I'm a really big fan of you, but if it gets into, like, an argument over who's the biggest fan or how long you've been someone's fan, it's really defeating the whole purpose of the nice statement. Oh, what's the T thing for? This is a, I just realized what you're talking about. This is the gum hotkey that you can get from completing Old Grand's questline in the, Area 51 area. So it's pretty nice to allow you to instantly use a gum without having to open your inventory, and is really, really necessary for, like, grinding, for long periods of time. Basically allows you to go equip an gum from your inventory to it and use it easier. Really useful for grinding, as I said. Yeah, Gramps quest, not as necessary, but still a pretty cool side quest to do, for the amount of, boss bait it gives you. I think I was saying about 12,000 more, and we're at currently 8,000, so probably like 3 more gum usages, I think, after this one finishes up, and we should be good to go for grinding the last few items. Unless RNG really wants to be horrible to me, in which case I'll probably just rage quit after using all of them. That was mostly a joke, but if it takes all 12,000 to get the godly board, that would be really annoying. Especially since I already have 2 of the godly pets. Like, getting 2 without getting the other one is pretty much normal. But like 5 or 6 without getting the other one is, a little bit more on the difficult end.
Yeah, I've already got the Cozy Creeper Cat pad, but it's really, I really like the concept of it. Yeah, I mean, I don't quite understand what the cozy naming fad is about, but it's cool nonetheless, at least. Let's do that. Oh yeah, shooting gum does take forever. Honestly, the first quest is the first and last quest, like similar to how the first and last quest of Yuwu is the exact or is really easy. It's really the middle quests of Grands that take forever. So just be prepared to be grinding for a while for her. I think one of the longest quests is like chew 100 gum, and that's kind of difficult. May be able to complete the good enough gum or turkey legs after this last gum, I think. As it really does depend on how the drops want to be, since like you can get, if you get all like turkey drops from like a soul set of ghosts, you can get a ridiculous amount of legs in like a few seconds. But if they don't want to drop, you end up taking forever to get like 20. So fortunately, if they aren't dropping turkey legs, they have a decent chance of dropping their other items, which I will be able to convert to more glitchy gum, which will be nice since it'll give me a little bit few more chances of getting a glitchy rift gum, which I need at some point in the future. Don't really know when I'll be needing it, but I'll need it at some point before I rebirth. That FPS counter is just rude. Alright, so we have the 12,000 gum, or, wow, I keep calling it gum. 12,000 turkey legs I was trying for. So we'll probably finish up once we use the rest of this gum. Hopefully get a few more turkey legs. But if not, that's fine too. Alright, that's probably good. Let's go hop back over to main hub and see what we can get with this turkey legs. Probably going to start with trying to get the godly board, so using that 500 crate. And then once we get that, or if we don't get that in like 10,000 turkey legs, we'll use the rest on the other crate. But I can't imagine we'll not get at least one of the two things we're missing from this opening. So that's a pet. Looks like we got another legendary pet, which is good. So now we have 2 of those. Another pet. Another legendary pet too. That's going to be a board. It looks like it's Fox Master. It's annoying that sometimes they don't show up. Another board. Probably also Fox Master. So we now have got... Let's see. How many Fox Masters do we have? We have 10 Fox Masters in none of this godly board, which is not the best statistical chances. At least we're getting a few more of these Bob apples, since we did only have a few of those. But yeah. Yeah, Rift Gum is base. What is the best to do or open while using Rift Gum? Best is to have okay, let me open my inventory really quick. Best is to have a few hundred or even actually a few thousand or so anonymous loot bags stored up and open those while using a Rift Gum, since those will get you a lot. Of course, make sure you're using like a glitchy Rift Gum, since anything less than that is probably not going to give you enough. Man, this is really being stubborn, this godly board. Like, how many crates does it take to not get a Fox Master and get the other godly board? Like, we have, I think that was the 14th. Now we have 14 Fox Masters. Yep, we have 14 Fox Masters and none of the other godly board. Beautiful math. As I said, we'll probably stop at 5,000. So we have enough to go through this one, since I do want to get at least one of them in this opening session. Word, this is being difficult. Alright, so all we need is the rare board from here. I got like the godly pet on my first try too. It's just weird how sometimes you can get really lucky with some stuff and then unlucky with others. Alright, how many of these uncommon boards do we have now? Let's go see. We have 9 pumpkin slices. And 0 of this one. It should be about a 4-to-1 ratio of uncommon boards to rare boards. So that looks like what I'm looking for, though. Nope, that was a sweet tater. Is it even possible to get this rare board from here? Like, seriously, I've gone through, what, like 20 or 30 crates now? Not a single one yet. Oh, I already have gravy. Yeah, I'm missing the rare board. I already have the rare pet. Alright, like, seriously though, it's... like, this rate is just awful. Let's see, how many of those are we up to now? We are still at our 14 Fox Masters. And we have... just haven't got any more pumpkin slices, so we're still sitting at 11 of those. But yeah, looks like we'll need to go get some more, more turkey legs. Since apparently 12,000 was not enough for either of the things we're going for. Yes, RNG at its finest. Because we opened about 20 of these, and we opened a lot of these too, so the fact that we didn't get anything, really weird. And looks like another sweet tater. Okay, cool. RNG is being awful today. Probably just chill around here, I guess. I'm too lazy at this point to go into switch to another world, so we'll just go grab whatever we can around here. Alright, so we got a little bit more turkey legs now, so let's go try another 10 of these crates. Looks like another sweet tater pet, based off the amount of lag. Another pumpkin... Oh, never mind, there we go. Finally, we got the s'mores board. Oh, that took way longer than it should have. But yeah, we now have everything from that crate. Let's go try to find it. I'm not the best at finding stuff in my inventory. But yeah, it honestly looks really cool. S'mores are cool. But yeah, I really like this board now. It's really simple, but also really cool. But yeah, so we got everything from this crate now. Someone requested gravy, I think, so we'll go find that quickly. Scroll. I remember it's now over here. It's before here. There we go. Alright, we'll lock one of these at least. But yeah. We'll equip it over Kata. It looks pretty normal, honestly, but yeah, now we need to go get the Skodly board. That looks like a legendary, or nope, the rare pet. That's going to be the legendary board again. Another rare pet, and we're on a candy, or on a turkey legs. We'll go buy one more of these just so we can get something else. But yeah. This seemed to work pretty well last time, so we'll try to just stay in the same server and get as much of these as we can. Hello! Probably go grind about 5,000 more. And if we don't get it in those last 10 credits, I'm just going to kind of give up on it. Since grinding for one item for more than like 10 minutes is kind of getting a little ridiculous. So we'll see how much we can get from these 5,000 and then call it quits. Hopefully we can get at least that board, but I'm not holding out any hope. Alright, I think I'll call that good for it and see how much we can get from this. This gives us about 8 chests open, so probably around a 50% chance of getting the godly board from just this amount of stuff alone, which I think is a decent amount to try for. So we've already got 2 Fox Masters from this opening, so that's a bad sign. But yeah, if we don't get it in these, I think that'll probably be the end of the stream, so while we're unboxing, I'd like to thank everyone for joining the stream. It's always nice to see people in them. Wow, okay, we got it! That was actually, wow. Alright, so we did manage to actually get it. So it looks like a giant mushroom. That's pretty cool, I guess. But yeah, so it looks like we did finally manage to get everything from the chest. We have 1,000 or so additional legs. But yeah, we have at least 1 of everything. 2 of everything that isn't rare. But yeah, that's probably going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for joining. But yeah, I think these are pretty cool. Let's go see what all the cool stuff is. Flying fungus, I think it's a bit meh. I think I prefer this Fox Master over, in looks at least, over the other fungus one. But yeah. I like the toasty branch, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I know I said I like the look of this in the inventory, but I don't know if I like it. Yeah, I don't know if this looks very good as a board. But still cool looking. But pet wise from this event, kind of like the look of this one. Not too much of a fan of the little pirate. It just didn't feel like it fit the theme too much, but the Bob Apple really does fit the theme and I think looks pretty cool. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I really like. All the pets and boards I really like from unboxing. I think Candy Apples is pretty cool, but I think we already have a few of those. So who knows? I think not there. Pretty sure we already have a candied apple. Yeah, nope, none of these. We have gravy already. Let's look for apple. Okay. Apple froth. Alright, maybe we don't already have a candied apple pet. Or caramel apple. Oh, wait. If I look for yeah, we already have caramel apple pet. So that's kind of interesting that we now have another one, but yeah. Yes, there was at least one new code for, if you enter the code fridge, because everyone loves fridges, correct? So if you enter the code fridge, I've already entered it, so, but yeah, it should give you, if you're in the game, give you a new refrigerator pet, which is named, Screzer, I think? I'm not too sure. Screezer. So, like, freezer, but I don't know. Let's see. It's beyond my purples, so that's all I know. So yeah, it looks like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this event so far. There'll probably be another update for it in about 10 days, so stay tuned for that. And I will see you guys in my next video. Assuming I can stop this one.